CrossroadsToday.com. Every parent's nightmare, what one parent says happened to her child at a local daycare as investigations continue. And roaming dogs terrorize a Victoria County neighborhood. Residents say they're afraid to walk outside their own homes. Plus, the FBI calls it a new form of terrorism, and it's targeting your children online. What parents need to know to protect their teens.
And if y'all enjoyed yesterday's nice weather, well, it's going to be even warmer today before a cool front gets here tonight. And guess what? That's going to continue our nice weather for the rest of this week. All that coming up.
And Victoria West girls basketball battles the number 3 ranked team in the Tidehaven Tigerettes at home last night. We'll highlight how they did later on in sport.
You're watching 25 News Now Sunrise. Good morning, Crossroads, and welcome to your Wednesday morning, or
Wednesday.
Warming up Wednesday. It's been a touch chilly, but now we're going back to that South Texas Christmas feeling.
Oh yeah, and let me tell you about that. It is nice. That South Texas
Will it be humid
feel.
though?
The morning times will be. That's something we're always used to. Morning times always a little bit humid, but afternoons are going to be looking very nice. A little bit drier humidity. And we're going to look at all this nice weather conditions coming up in a little bit, because before we're nice outside, we are a little bit chilly out there once again this morning. Starting out the day in the 40s, 44 right now in Victoria, and you see on your screen it says it's cloudy and foggy right now. Do you see either of those out there? Not really. You can maybe see a little bit of that fog I was talking about earlier way out in the distance. And what that means is that the fog is light. Exactly what I was expecting this morning, because the dew points are in the 30s and the 40s and the 50s. Rather, if they were in the 60s or 70s, I think the fog might be a little bit thicker. But you can see our visibility map showing just that. A little bit of light, patchy fog all around the crossroads this morning, so please stay safe if you're going to be traveling. Otherwise, grab that jacket if you're heading out the door and traveling. A little bit chilly, all of us in the 40s, except are on the coast, you're in the 50s because you're right next to the warm Gulf water, and the rest of Texas is following suit, 40s and 50s all across the beautiful state. So if you're sending your kiddos out the door this morning, that means grab the jacket, but also a calculator. It is still state testing week, but they'll take the jacket off because we're going to warm up. Those details next.
Urgent updates on a concerning incident at Faith Family Church's Cub Care Early Learning Center. A mother reports her 1-year-old was left outside alone on November 3rd. After playground time, an open gate let the child wander to the church doors, where a maintenance worker found her. Staff admitted the child may have been unsupervised for 15 to 20 minutes. The daycare messaged the mother an hour after she took her daughter home, claiming the child was eating lunch. This raises serious concerns about supervision and communication at the center. The mother says the daycare never notified any other parents, which is why she wants families to be informed about what happened. Victoria Police and state investigators are currently looking into the incident. The Victoria ISD Board is gearing up for a crucial meeting on January 13th to discuss a potential $200 million bond for the May 2026 ballot. Last week, the district's Bond Action Committee recommended the plan, which includes expanding Torres Elementary and consolidating Hopkins and Dudley. Students from Shields may be reassigned to different campuses. These changes aim to save nearly $2 million annually and modernize Victoria ISD facilities. Residents continue to struggle with roaming pets. 25 News Now reporter Trenton Whiting spoke with homeowners in Nursery about what they're experiencing. A warning, some of these images are graphic.
Victoria County's wide open spaces may seem like a dream for a roaming dog, but loose dogs can be a nightmare for residents. I spoke with a man who was sent into a panic after his dog was attacked by a neighbor's uncontained pet. You could see the significant damage to his dog's ear in these images. He told me that unclear instructions from Animal Services has him wondering if he should take matters into his own hands. A woman living on the same block shared her concerns with us, saying she's afraid to walk her dog, even on her own property. VCAS has attempted to address the loose dog issue, educating residents on the importance of keeping their pets home and off the streets. They say it's the best way to limit the loose and roaming dog population. Trenton Whiting, KAVU-TV, 25 News Now.
This morning, Texas is pushing for crucial funding from the Rural Health Transformation Program. Both U.S. Senators and Congressman Michael Cloud are advocating for federal support. The $50 billion fund, part of the One Big Beautiful Bill Act, could significantly impact Texas's rural health care. 9 hospitals, including Cuero Community Hospital and Memorial Medical Center in Port Lavaca, are highlighted as beneficiaries. An urgent alert for Port O'Connor residents: conserve water and boil tap water before use. A contractor hit a water main, causing a pressure drop and triggering a boil water notice. Repairs are underway and water levels are being restored. Residents are urged to delay laundry, sprinklers, and non-essential water use. This morning, a growing concern as more parents speak out about teenagers falling victim to an online terror network. ABC's Nicole D'Antonio reports on the alarming trend as lawmakers propose measures to crack down on these threats.
It's the group the FBI describes as a new form of modern-day terrorism, and it's targeting children.
They're motivated purely by chaos, weaponizing our nation's children to be able to create terror.
The group is called 764. The FBI says its goal is to cause chaos through, among other methods, sextortion. The group's anonymous members find vulnerable teens online and elicit private information and sexual images from them. They then use that material to coerce victims into harming themselves or others while streaming live on social media.
The videos, the chats that we are seeing and reading are the most graphic that I have ever seen in my 20-year history.
More than 2,000 reports of abuse were tied to 764 or similar networks in the first 9 months of this year, double the number last year.
I would give anything to have my son back.
On Capitol Hill yesterday, Tamia Woods told senators her 17-year-old son took his life after being targeted by a group like 764.
I just don't understand how hard that is to protect our children.
Experts say the law has not caught up to these cyber criminals.
There are no federal statutes that adequately criminalize the coercive conduct of 764 and similar groups.
Senators have now introduced a proposal to criminalize the intentional coercing of minors to harm themselves or others.
Do you all agree that we've, as a nation, miserably failed our children? That we have hearings and we talk and we've done very little to protect them as of this state?
Yes.
Yes.
That's a damning indictment of all of us.
Nicole D'Antonio, ABC News, Washington.
This morning, Australia enacts a ban on social media for children under 16. While the tech industry questions its safety impact, companies will comply using age verification technology. Experts say U.S. parents can seize this moment as a conversation starter about social media's role. They also emphasize the importance of discussing both the pros and cons of social media, while noting that while it serves as a vital connection tool for some, it can be harmful to the mental health of others. A shooting at Kentucky State University left one person dead and another critically injured. The campus went into lockdown Tuesday afternoon as authorities secured the area. One person is in custody, confirmed not to be a student. The motive remains unclear, but police assure it was an isolated incident. For more local news, weather, and sports, come to crossroadstoday.com. The time is now 6:38 on our Wednesday morning. Here's a look at what's coming up next on 25 News Now Sunrise. A retired music teacher keeps a 35-year holiday tradition alive by bringing former students together to spread Christmas joy.
President Trump is trying to reassure Americans the economy is healthy, while a new poll shows most Americans disagree. I'm Nicole D'Antonio in Washington with the details this morning.
And also coming up next after the break and the short-term forecast, you heard me say we're going to be warming up today. So coming up next, we'll take a look and see how nice it'll be near you, and we'll take a look and see when the front gets here. Well, good morning, Crossroads, and happy Weather Wednesday. We are halfway through the week, and just like I said, 15 days, 1-5 away from Christmas, and weather still looks a little bit chilly out there, kind of like Christmas, but today, later today, you're going to be like, what Christmas? What December? It feels like springtime, and that's thanks to this. Well, thanks to a couple things. First of all, it's going to be thanks to our sunny skies, clear skies, and once again, I'm just going to press play on the future tracker because you're going to see a lot of clear skies all the way through Thursday. You can see right here, we're already in Thursday morning, 7 a.m. Let's go to Thursday noontime. Noontime, still sunny out there. So what that means is grab your sunglasses for the next 48 hours because it is going to be pretty sunny out there. And that sun is going to heat us up to about 78 in Victoria. Also thanks to what's called compressional heating, where there's a bunch of air out ahead of the cool front coming tonight. That's going to be forced and compressed, heating up. More energy rather, and that's going to get us to 78 in Victoria, 10 degrees above where we're supposed to be. Clear skies tonight will let us radiationally cool down to 43, excuse me. That's 3 degrees below where we're supposed to be this time of year. Now everyone else today going to be looking nice and warm, very nice, upper 70s for all of us today, maybe mid 70s on the coast. But by the time the front gets here, timing that out, it'll be here the late afternoon time because before that it gets here, morning time, a little bit chilly in the 50s, so grab your jacket, but you'll take it off in the afternoon time because noontime, looking at low and mid 70s for most of us. Before the front gets here at about 5 or 6 p.m., wind shift out of the north, and then we're looking a little bit chilly for overnight tonight, a little bit cooler tomorrow, and then we'll warm it up again before another front gets here, and we'll look at that next.
We had some Tuesday night hoop action there last night. Victoria West facing Tidehaven in a non-district clash. And again, this game was very close all the way there to halftime until West would pull away in the second half, winning 47-35. And the leading scorer for the Warriors with Anisia Scacchi had 11 points, and then Zy Morgan helped out, adding at least 9 points and also did very well on the defensive side. And again, for West, it's a big time win, and officially now they are 8-3 overall. And after the game there last night, I talked to Victoria West head basketball coach and Christina Williams on her thoughts about how the first half of the season has gone so far.
Graduated some key components last year, but we kind of have a seasoned team in a sense that we're equally like juniors and seniors with only one sophomore. So just us coming together and like meshing and gelling has just been kind of like our biggest nemesis so far. But with as many games as we played now, we're getting in a rhythm, we're finding rotations, and it's just coming together.
Williams hopes his team keep gelling together before they start up district play like she mentioned there. They'll be in early January. But for now, though, they're going to be traveling to El Campo there for a non-district clash there Friday night, and it'll start at 7 p.m. This is Max Williams, 25 News Now Sports.
Experience our digital streaming service, Crossroads Today Plus. You can stream our daily newscast and much more using your connected TV. Just download Crossroads Today Plus on your Roku, Amazon Fire TV, Apple TV, or Android TV. Search for Crossroads Today Plus. Turning to the economy, President Trump now trying to reassure Americans about certain policies. ABC's Nicole D'Antonio reports from Washington as a new poll reveals conflicting views among Americans.
This morning, President Trump confronting the #1 concern for voters, the rising cost of living. At a campaign-style rally in Pennsylvania, the president focusing on the economy, quick to blame the Biden administration for high prices, even though he's now been in office for almost a year.
And I have no higher priority than making America affordable again. That's what we're going to do. And again, they caused the high prices and we're bringing them down. It's a simple message.
The president acknowledging he won the election in large part because he promised to bring prices down on day one. But he now calls the issue of affordability a, quote, Democrat hoax.
They say, oh, he doesn't realize prices are high. Prices are coming down very substantially. But they have a new word. You know, they always have a hoax. The new word is affordability.
The latest Reuters Ipsos poll shows 56% of voters disapprove of how the president is handling the cost of living, with just 31% approving. The price of groceries is up from a year ago, including products impacted by Trump's tariffs. Coffee is up 41%, sirloin steak 20%, frozen orange juice 12%, and bananas now cost nearly 9% more.
His policies haven't helped. Tariffs and all kinds of trade distortions have caused prices to go up.
The lieutenant governor of Pennsylvania says Trump can't deny reality.
Both Democrats and Republicans have agreed that the Trump economic policies have been failing Pennsylvanians and been failing Americans.
In addition to high consumer prices, government data shows the job growth has slowed during Trump's second term, and unemployment has risen to its highest level in 4 years. Nicole D'Antonio, ABC News, Washington.
A cherished holiday tradition from 35 years ago in a small Calhoun County school is now spreading Christmas cheer. The Seadrift Community Choir, led by retired music teacher Nancy Childress, unites singers from all over Calhoun County. Many were once her students. Childress praises the choir's talent, heart, and dedication as they lift their voices for the holidays.
Many of our singers have been in the choir over 20 years. I have one singer who's been in all 35 years.
To find out where the choir is performing, come to crossroadstoday.com. Now let's celebrate the standout groups from this year's Lighted Christmas Parade. Riverside Kids won Best in Show. Holt Cat and Texas First Rentals earned Best Use of Lights. Alberto Gonzalez captured Best Holiday Spirit. Howell Middle School and Victoria East High School took top honors for Best Middle and High School bands. The Crossroads Cruisers were named Best Car Club. Miss the parade? Catch it on TV 15 through Christmas. And to keep the Christmas spirit going, we're also shining a spotlight on local homes lit up for the holidays. We'd love to include yours. Each Friday leading up to Christmas will feature a different home that's spreading seasonal cheer. And beginning December 22nd, that's before Christmas, we'll showcase one home every day. If your decorations are ready for their close-up, now is the time to share them. If you see news happening, let us know. Call the number on your screen to contact our newsroom or email us your tips at staff@crossroadstoday.com. It's now 6:48 on our Wednesday morning. Still to come on Sunrise, your mortgage, credit cards, and saving accounts could change today. Coming up, how an interest rate cut could affect borrowers and savers. All right, it's time to celebrate some birthdays. Happy birthday to Liam. Happy birthday, Bug. Mom and Dad love you bunches, and congrats on winning a free cake from Sweet Fountains Bakery. You have 24 hours, Liam, to go pick that cake up.
That's right. He's our cake winner. Happy birthday, Liam. And also happy birthday to Katrina. Happy birthday, y'all. We love you so much. Love from Charlotte and Hudson.
Happy birthday to Easton. Happy second birthday, Easton. You've brought so much love and joy into our lives. We can't wait to see what the future holds for you. Love you from Mom, Dad, Pat, and Emery.
Happy birthday, Easton. And also happy birthday to Alyssa. Happy birthday, Alyssa. And that's from all your family.
And happy birthday to Emma. We love you, Emma. Aunt Leanne and Uncle Duck love you so much. Happy birthday.
Happy birthday, Emma. And also happy birthday to Emily. Happy 15th birthday, Emily. Love from Mom and all your fur siblings. And to see your birthday wish live on 25 News Now Sunrise, you can come to crossroadstoday.com. Just click the drop-down menu, then click the Home tab, and then you'll see Submit Your Birthday Photo.
The time is now 6:49 on our Wednesday morning. Happy birthday if you're celebrating one today.
That's right. Happy birthday.
Oh,
stay with us.
Happy birthday to Susan.
Oh, yeah. Happy birthday to Susan. Happy birthday, y'all. Stay with us. We'll be right back. Well, good morning, Crossroads. I'm sure a lot of y'all saw this 7-day forecast a few moments ago, and something I want to point out to y'all, as we go all the way into next week, we're going to be on a little bit of what I call a temperature roller coaster, where we're going up, then down, and then up and then down once again, a third time, because you'll see two fronts in the next 7 days, but there's going to be a third one that'll be here late next week. We're talking like next Thursday or Friday. 7, 8, 9 days away from now. But in the meantime, next 7 days, we have two fronts. One will be here tonight. It's going to be week one. Be here, like I said, 5 or 6 p.m. Dropping our highs down to the low 70s for tomorrow. Just one day. Low temperatures will be a bit chilly tomorrow morning, so bundle up. Low 40s, maybe upper 30s for northern counties. We're going to be watching that. But don't think we're going to get into freezing, so don't worry about that. But the rest of this week, warming up again, getting to 80 by Saturday. And then the next front gets here. So going back down on the coaster, back to the low 70s on Sunday, and then highs in the 60s on Monday under the cloud cover. And then southerly winds will return once again, and we'll warm up again. Back into the 70s for the middle part of next week, before the next front gets here. Like I said, sometime like late next week, Thursday or Friday of next week. But why we're looking real sunny and pretty much stable for our atmosphere for the next few days and warming up? Well, it's because of our high pressure system just off the west coast, sending in some dry air off of the elevated mountains of the Rockies. But as we go into this weekend, that's going to break down, and that's going to allow all the originally deflected low pressure systems coming out of the Pacific to sink south, and that will send us our front for Sunday. And we're going to look at all that and more later on Sunrise.
The Federal Reserve's final interest rate decision of the year is expected in a few hours. Economists widely anticipate a 0.25% rate cut, though some committee members may oppose it. At least one Fed governor aligns with President Trump advocating for a larger cut. Campbell's has exceeded expectations for the latest quarter, reporting net sales of nearly $2.7 billion. However, the company is maintaining its sales forecast, citing shopper caution over high prices. To find American teenagers, look no further than YouTube or TikTok. A new Pew Research Center survey reveals that most American teens use these platforms, with 1 in 5 reporting they're on TikTok or on YouTube almost constantly. Keep an eye on how these trends might influence digital marketing strategies today. Still to come on Sunrise, news to know before you go. After delays from the government shutdown, we take a look at results from October's job report. The U.S. job market showed nearly 7.7 million openings in October, a slight increase from previous months. Nevertheless, hiring activity has dropped, layoffs are up, and fewer people are quitting. These findings are influenced by the recent government shutdown. An Army gynecologist, Dr. Blaine McGraw, has been criminally charged for secretly filming patients. On Tuesday at Fort Hood, McGraw faced multiple counts of indecent recordings and other offenses. Army investigators report at least 30 women were photographed or videotaped. No comment yet from his lawyer. A new GoFundMe report reveals a growing number of Americans are struggling to cover basic necessities. More people are turning to online fundraisers to meet everyday needs. In 2025, fundraisers for essentials like food and housing jumped by 20%. GoFundMe CEO highlights the data showing the increasing difficulty people face with rising living costs. We want to invite you to experience our digital streaming service, Crossroads Today Plus. You can find it on your connected TV through Amazon Fire TV, Roku, Apple TV, and Android TV. Just search for Crossroads Today Plus. Now let's get a final look at our forecast with Parker. How's it looking, Parker?
Well, Carolina, it's looking a little bit cool. Of course, you probably already knew that, but it is also looking a little bit foggy this morning. So if you're going to be hitting the roads, make sure to stay safe if you see any of that fog. Looking live in Victoria, this is east-southeast Victoria, looking at Highway 59 and Lone Tree, actually not Lone Tree, the 460 Loop meeting up with Highway 59 business. You can see we have a little bit of fogginess happening over the grass where there's more water transpiration happening. So what that means is because our temperature has dropped down to our dew point, we have 100% humidity, but the dew point's in the 40s and the 50s instead of the 60s or 70s means that the air cannot hold as much water vapor as it usually would in the 60s. So the fog that you just saw on the screen is going to be light and pretty much like that, patchy in nature all around the crossroads this morning. So if you happen to see any denser passages, just make sure to stay safe on the roads and increase your following distance between you and the car in front of you. Also grab your jacket. It is a little bit chilly out there if you're going to hit the roads this morning. Low, mid, upper 40s, some in the 50s on the coast because you're right next to that warm Gulf water. Whereas on the coast, you're going to get up to 76 for the high in Port Lavaca, low 70s by noontime. Underneath that, beaming sunshine, so definitely grab your sunglasses too. In addition to the jacket, 78 for the high in Victoria, mid 70s by noon, and a little bit cooler in Cuero, 1 degree less. I'm thinking 77 for today's high. So y'all definitely get out there and enjoy that. That's like near perfect weather. And guess what? If you like that, it's going to be with us all week long, all the way into next week, even with a couple fronts, keeping the mornings just a tad bit cool.
All right, Parker, thank you, and thank y'all for being with us. Join Shana, Donna, Clovia, and Max today for 25 News Now at 5, 6, and 10.